Nate Goyard.
Stay with me, low. Yeah, you know that you be capping like a snitch, no. Most tattoos, 10 toes, new guac, coming bands, new wig, new chips, new kicks, Jackie Chan, how she pay. Roll back, got his hit another lick and she be counting.
We all see that Liddy intro. Shout out to Joku Life. Link in the description down below. This is What If Tanjiro had Quake Breathing. It was whitebears reincarnation part 2. So we're gonna start off this What If as we see Inosuke and Zenitsu as they're going into these woods. Zenitsu then says, "Pops, why? I don't think we should go in here." And we're actually going to be boosting up Tanjiro's age to 19 because it would be kind of weird if we had, well, how old is, Zenitsu? 14, 16, somewhere around there, having him say that to, well, someone around his age. So we're going to be boosting up Tanjiro's age, to 19. Now, that's even weird. So we're going to be putting down the Demon Slayer age. So in order to become a Demon Slayer, it's kind of like Naruto. You have to be like 13 or 12. So yeah, Zenitsu's 12 and Inosuke is 13. So let's start off this What If. Oh, and Tanjiro's sister is 12. So yeah, without further ado, let's jack right into this What If. So we start off this video as we see the one and only Inosuke. As Inosuke is walking through the fields, and he says, "I see him, boss." "Yeah, I see him too. Zenitsu, are you ready?" "Oh, why does it always have to be me?" "Because you're the weakest, Zenitsu. Now go out there and do your thing." As Zenitsu jumps, and he starts to run as fast as he can. "Oh, if I die, this is all on y'all." Wait, one second. "If I die, this is all on y'all." As he runs, electricity then starts to form around his legs, not necessarily his blade. As we then see the demon turns around. The demon is a spider-looking dude, as he has hands. As Inosuke then lights up his blade, as he then slashes at the demon. The demon barely dodges, as Inosuke's like, "Oh crap." The demon then punches Inosuke in his gut, slamming his head onto the ground. As Tanjiro then grabs his blade, and so does Inosuke. Inosuke then says, "Pops, what should I do?" "Stay right here. I want to see what's going to happen." As we then see as they're fighting, Zenitsu then kicks the guy in the gut. As he then jumps up in the sky, pushing the guy down onto the ground. He's now coming back down, as he says, "Lightning blade," even though his, tiny bits of electricity are now flickering off his blade. Not anything, really complicated. As he then tries to stab into the demon, but the demon easily dodges as he slaps Inosuke with all, how many arms do these spiders have? 4 arms, with all 4 of his arms. As he then grabs Inosuke with the other 4. Zenitsu with the other 4. As he then sharpens his other 4 arms. That sounds kind of weird. And he's about to stab them. He's about to stab Zenitsu. But then Tanjiro is about to leap up, and so is Inosuke. But out of nowhere, Zenitsu's eyes then turn blank, as he just blitzes out of the guy's peripheral vision. As Zenitsu then says, "Godspeed, Unmaster." Final, first technique. I forgot what his first technique is. Zoom. Yeah, let's just say he's using the second technique, and it's called Zoom. Yeah, y'all can see I'm not really an OG. I did watch Demon Slayer, but I don't really read the manga, and I don't really keep up with Demon Slayer like that, so I don't really know anything. I'm an anime-only fan when it comes on to Demon Slayer, even though it's such a lit manga, and anime. As we didn't see him go in zigzags and then slice the demon's head off. But when the demon's head is sliced, his body's still having some consciousness. He then tries to grab his arm. He then tries to use his arms and stitch his head back on. But before he can do this, all of his arms are then cut off by Tanjiro. Tanjiro says, "That's enough." As Inosuke then jumps at the bushes and said, "Hey, you could have let me do something." As Tanjiro then smells something. Wait, was it his hearing? Tanjiro then feels something. As he then feels a big, giant monster / beast, a tiny child. Don't worry, this is not what if Tanjiro had the Sharingan. Let me show y'all. Yes, y'all, I actually got that video coming out very soon. What if Tanjiro had the Sharingan? That video will be coming out very soon, do not worry. But that is not it. Okay, so now that we got all of that out of the way, let's get back to the what if. As we see as Tanjiro then decides Inosuke that way, as Inosuke then goes jumping off over to that place. Zenitsu then, well, passes out. As Tanjiro just has him on his back. One sec, guys. So y'all, sorry for that slight interruption. So yeah, this video is actually going to be cut, chopped in half, because, well, I can't. Never mind. So let's just start off this what if again. So we see as Tanjiro's carrying Zenitsu on his back, he then looks as he sees Inosuke. And Inosuke's fighting this ginormous guy. He is kind of winning, as we then skip over to Inosuke's point of view. Inosuke then jumps up as he's fighting the demon. The demon pushes him back multiple times, but he then gets up as his eyes then turn kind of slit, and he says, "Okay, now you got me on my demon time." As he then blitzes at what's his name? The demon. And he slices the demon's chest with blood squirting out. But this doesn't kill the demon, as the demon then turns back to finish off Inosuke. Tanjiro then grabs his blade as he then slashes his blade, slicing off the demon's arms. As Inosuke then turns around and says, "Thanks, Pops!" while slicing off the demon's head completely. As he's then sits down on the tree as he's exhausted. Tanjiro then jumps off. Tanjiro then throws Zenitsu over to Inosuke and he says, "Take care of him." As we then see as he slices off that demon girl's head, he now reaches Niui. I forgot his name, but he then reaches him as he then blitzes at Miui, with Miui easily dodging his attack. Well, not dodging, but blocking his attack. As they fight on equal terms, as we're actually going to buff up Miui's strength a little bit, enough to actually contest a Hashira. Not to beat one, the Hashira could easily finish him off, but Tanjiro's just trying to test the playing field with Miui, because now he's soft about demons, as he then gets stabbed in the chest. We then see Tomika as he's in front, and he says, "Well, it's time to go in." As he then goes into the jungle, Tanjiro then jumps out as blood is dripping out of him. Nezuko then comes out as he jumps and he tries to, she tries to punch the demon, with her getting thrown up and, in that same position that the demon put her in the main Zanma. And she says, "This is gonna be my sister, blah, 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 I'm gonna kill her, blah, blah, blah." And Tanjiro is then, he has to rely on his last and most lethal attack. Wait, one second. As Tanjiro then grips his blade, as the entire jungle is starting to, crack and shake. As Inosuke and Zenitsu are saying, "What? What the heck is this? As Tanjiro then looks up, as his eyes then turn blood red, like the moon. Yes, guys, the moon is blood red right now. As the entire world starts to look like it's shaking to Mui or Niui. As Tomika then starts to shake as a couple of trees then fall, nearly killing him. As he says, "What the heck? There's only one person in the world I know at Quake breathing, and that's Tanjiro. So he must already be here. Must not be good. This must be one of the high level demons." As Tanjiro then blitzes Mui. As Mui's head, well, of course, is sliced off. But the area of impact around him then explodes as quakes are heard. I can make this way better. As the ground opens up under Mui, and his head is instantly cut off. As all of the bones in Mui's body then break, and he then explodes with no trace of Mui being left. As Tanjiro then says, "Quake God's wrath." Yeah. Okay, what was it? Ooh. Quake God's wrath. But Tanjiro then passes out. As Tomika reaches Tanjiro, and Tanjiro's eyes, they're kind of like still awake, as he then falls into Tomika's arms. He's passed out. As, the rest, they come, and then they go to the Hashira. This time, they don't have such a misunderstanding about Nezuko, but this is actually where we're going to be ending off this sort of. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to share to all of your friends on your social media platforms. YouTube, we out. Peace!